My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my ranking of the three Spider-Man games from worst to best. And let's just get into it. The worst one is easily Spider-Man 2 to me. Look, I wanted to love this game, I really do. I think it has some of the best free roaming ever. Like spinning around New York City and then gliding and then doing loop-de-loops and all that, it's just perfection. And it bums me out that the rest of the game is so bad. And the biggest issue is the boss fights. The boss fights in this game are the worst I've ever played. They just go on for far too long, they are excessive, and they're just the exact same every single time. When you see yellow, you have to parry. And then you punch, 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 and then dodge a few times, and just rinse and repeat. It's like mind-numbing after a certain point. And when the last bit of this game is so boss-heavy, and you have to fight MJ the exact same way, over and over and over and over again, it just pissed me off. By the time the story really kicks in and the world is in danger, I didn't even care because I was just checked out. So I despised the boss fights in this game. But you've also got yourself a really shitty story. The best part is Kraven the Hunter and his desire to find the ultimate foe. That is really compelling, but everything else just sucks. Like, what were they doing with Miles? He's writing an essay and then he stops a robbery at a museum. Really? And then they give him a revenge quest against Lee, which I was never invested in. And it's just clear they didn't know what to do with him. So instead, they just butchered the character. They really did. Then you've got everything with Harry Osborn, who's fighting side by side with Peter as Harry has the symbiote, which I did not like that at all. But then he loses the symbiote to Peter, and Peter can't give it back to him, so because of that, Harry hates him like that, which was very odd. And then he gets the symbiote back, but now this time he turns evil with it on. Wait, what? That doesn't make an ounce of sense. Why was he evil only at the end instead of the start? They never explained that, and then it becomes just... Well, the character's just terribly handled. The most lacking motivations you could have possibly given him. And I never cared about his friendship with Pete. And then everything with the symbiote taking over, like I said, I was just checked out by that point. It just goes on for far too long, and it just kind of shows how overstuffed this game was. And then there's like that meteor that turns the city like that, but they never set that up, and then you fight Venom 196 times at the end, and yeah, I didn't care for Venom, I didn't care for Harry. And then you've got everything with Peter. Well, he doesn't get the black suit until like 33% of the way in. And he gets the black suit and then he just gets really mean and he yells and he punches people extra hard, and they don't lean enough into him turning evil. Now that said, I love the way the suit looks. It looks very oozy and gooey and just gross, and there is one great scene where he chases MJ in the underpass and it turns out he's asleep. But they don't go that far again, and I really wish they did. Like, I still think Peter should have been Venom. That way Miles would have something to do, and you could have a better escalation of the story. But yeah, so anyways, I thought they just rushed the black suit. I didn't buy his tone. And then he gets the suit off, and then all he does is, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Shut up. Like, my goodness. They just write him so poorly, and then he fights MJ and he just spends the entire time apologizing. They make Peter Parker into a little bitch. That's what they do. He's apologizing to evil symbiote MJ. And then he gives up being Spider-Man because Miles can handle it so he can fight climate change. No, like, that is a complete betrayal against this character. It goes against everything Peter Parker stands for. It is the counter Spider-Man 2 movie. Well, that movie, he realizes he has to sacrifice everything to be Spider-Man. And in this game, he gives up Spider-Man to focus on everything else. I despise that. And everyone's written in such an overly perfect way, like, oh, we're gonna go help the planet. We are super positive all the time. And they just don't feel like real people. They don't. The MJ missions are perfectly fine here. That's not my issue. The story with MJ's job and whatnot is so far to the background. The Lizard, like, Colt Connors isn't established at all, so nothing has any bit of weight. Yeah, the story is a giant mess. The boss fights are annoying and excessive. I hated the parry attacks. Free roaming is amazing, and there is some fun combat sections, but the boss fights and just how long the story goes on for and how overstuffed it is, it really destroys any chance of me wanting to play this game again. Anyways, now on to my second one, and the second best is Spider-Man, the 2018 game. I like it. I think it's fun. The web slinging and the gameplay mechanics are really good. They do get old after like 10 minutes, so that's too bad. I like the stealth, but once again, the story's overstuffed. Like, you've got them setting up Miles Morales and everything with his dad. They've got Peter and MJ, everything with Doc Ock. And then they get Mr. Negative, who is just the lamest villain. And then you've got the Sinister Six in the second half, and that just felt so unneeded. And even Doc Ock, like, I'm sorry, I don't think he's that good of a villain. There is some emotion there, but he goes from A to B to C to D to E to F to G to R to S to U to V to W to X to Z. Like, there's a big section of his character where he just suddenly decides to be evil. I never bought that he would turn this evil. So I don't think that stories are too good. Peter letting Aunt May die does have some nice emotion to it. And I do like the way his and MJ's relationship is written, but yeah, like, so it's still fun. I enjoy this game overall. There's enough positives. I just don't think the stories are too good, and the gameplay can get tiring, but enough enjoyment was had. But my favorite game easily is Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, yes, it's too short, and I wish it was longer, but I would rather want more than want less. And that's the case with the other two games. And I was still very satisfied at the end of this one. You know, I thought you had a really compelling story about Miles understanding what it means to be a hero and how that puts him at odds with someone who he truly cares about, Finn. And the way their relationship was handled, I thought was really effective. At the end of the game, I actually felt the weight of it. And then you've got everything with Rio finding out about who Miles is, and that's really well done. And then you've also got everything with Aaron, the Prowler, which was well done. So I think you've got yourself the shortest, yes, but also the most focused and emotional storytelling. And that's what I look for. I do. It's all subjective, but I like that tight, emotional storytelling. And you've also got yourself some great gameplay. You know, the Venom powers are really great, and what's the other things? Turning invisible makes all the difference during stealth fights. So yeah, that's why it's my favorite. Like, Finn is such a great character, like easily the best villain of the 3 games to me, and yeah, I think I said everything. I have nothing else to say. Anyways, that is my ranking of the 3 games. Mainly my rant for the second game, Spider-Man 2, but hey, that's just the way this video turned out. But what's your ranking? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon, and Gavin out.